Good morning to all of you guys. Guys, today we will discuss installment of CI. Basically, most of the student have doubt in the installment. So let's start installment in a very basic method. What is installment? First, you need to understand. The question is, the first question is, Aman borrowed some money at 5% per rate 5% per annum on compound interest. He paid rupees 4200 for first year and 4410 for second year. How much he borrowed? So whatever the borrowed money would be, that is principal. So basically in the question have been asked principal. A very basic method. First we will discuss with basic method, then with short. Suppose X rupees he take from someone and the rate of interest is 5%. Got it? So on the behalf of 5% rate of interest, just after 1 year, I need to pay principal as well as interest. So this is principal, and on this principal, I need to add 5% of this principal. So 5% of X. This is amount just after 1 year. If you will solve, guys, you will get 5 plus x upon 20. So that would be 21 x upon 20. 5% means 1 by 1 by 20. That is amount. I have taken rupees x. The rate of interest is 5%. So just after 1 year, I need to pay 21x upon 20. I come and just pay 4200 only. 4200. So after subtracting 4200, there must be some amount. On this amount, again, thus with the same rate of interest, the compound interest will be imposed. So rate of interest is 5%. So now on that value, 5% interest would be imposed. So that value plus 5% of this value. So we directly can say 5% means 1 upon 20. So if we need to add 5%, that means 21 upon 20 of this value. Getting or not? So 21 upon 20 of this value. At the end of second year, I need to pay this much amount from here to here. And I come at the end of the second year and pay 4410. After paying 4410, I discharge all my amount with principal. So that means the value would be 0. My dues discharge, so value would be 0. A quite simple method, but this is the detailed method. We need not to take this approach. If we are using this approach, somewhere we are killing a lot of time. But just for understanding, are you getting this method or not? $4,200 first installment. Principal on, then interest on that principal, the amount. Whatever the amount is, I am paying only 4,200. So the rest amount must be over there. On that rest amount, again I need to impose 5%. The reason behind it, because I am paying the total dues after paying 2 installment. If the question says 1 installment pays only, that means over here the answer is the equal value would be 0. So I need to pay 2 installment. After first installment, there must be a rest amount. If there is no rest amount, on which amount we are going to impose the next rate of interest? So what do you think? After subtracting 4,200, there must be some amount or not? Not or must be? There must be some amount. On that amount, I need to impose again 5%. And at the end of the second year, I pay 4,410 and I paid all my dues. Clear? Now you will solve, you will get the answer. So from here you will get, you need to multiply that value over here. 21 into 21, 441, x 20 into 20, 400 minus 4,200 into 21 upon 20, the rest value would be 4,410. Upon 400, that would be 21. 21 into 21 again 4,410 minus 441 and 10 more plus. So you will get 441 x upon 400. You will add 0, 2, 8, 8, 2 times. So from here you will get 8,000. So my principal was 8,000. That is detailed method. But this detailed method is not useful for us, taking too much time. That's the reason we were applying the method, successive method. Successive method is the quite easy method to solve such kinds of question. But in successive method, you need to memorize some values. You need to assume that yes, for 1 year 21 become 220 become 21 and 400 become 441. Now what is sort method? The sort method is, suppose we have, guys, you need not to write even a single thing. Pay 100% attention. It's not a question, it's a concept. You need to understand the concept. Suppose I have 5,000 rupees principal, rate of interest is 10% and time is 2 years. If I talk about compound interest, CI, so how much CI would be? We know the formula for CI. CI means tree method. In tree method, first we take the fraction value of the rate. So that would be 1 upon 10 and denominator's power time. So denominator power time 100. That would be your principal. On that principal, we have 2 years. On the first year, 10% interest we need to impose. So that would be 10. On that value, again we need to impose 10%. That would be 10. On that value, that would be 1. Got it, guys? So that is SI, simple interest, and that whole value, CI, and that value, difference of CI and SI for 2 years. Got it? So 100 unit is gonna represent 5,000. So 1 unit value would be 50 and 21 value would be 510. That means simple interest would be 1050. A tree method. The same question we need to do with the successive method. Why we are learning over successive method over here? The reason behind it, successive method we are going to plug in the installment type. Same method, same question, same answer we will get just after plug in successive method. What successive method says? No, there is no answer of your y's. ऐसा हो रहा क्यों? No answer in this method. Completely memorizing method. What we consider, if we have 10% rate, that means what? 1/10. This method says rupees 10 will become 11 just after 1 year. And in next year, again rupees 10 will become 11. If we talk about for 2 years, so for 2 years means we need to multiply that way. Somebody can ask me, sir, why we are multiplying? There is no answer of your whys. This is the method and this is the way to do such kinds of question. If you say, sir, I'm not going to plug in this method, we have what? Detailed method. Go and plug in detailed method. If you want to reduce your time, you will have to understand this method. That's it. आपको लग रहा है नहीं समझना, मत समझो, आपके पास है तो डिटेल मेथड है, आप इससे करो. अभी करा हमने. बट इंस्टॉलमेंट क्वेश्चन अगर हम डिटेल मेथड से करना, वी विल टेक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम, बट वी डोंट हैव दैट मच टाइम. दैट द रीजन वी आर गोइंग टू प्लग इन द सक्सेसिव मेथड. But in successive method, you have to memorize the procedure, how to tackle the question. We have 2 years, we need to multiply 2 times. We have 3 years, we need to multiply 3 times. We have 4 years, we need to multiply by 4. Sir, why we are multiplying? Question mark. This is the method you need to memorize. That was your problem, I think. You wanted to ask me, sir, why we are doing that? We are doing just to reduce our time. But there is no of your wise answer in successive method. Yes, we have the answer, but in detail method. So what we do in this method, we do, if we have 2 years, then we need to take 10, 10, 2 times. If we had been 3 years, 3 times. We had been 4 years, 4 times. And just all 4, 3, just all 2, we need to multiply. So that means if any principal we have 10, 100, it will become 21 just after 2 years. So rupees 100 will become 121 just after 2 years. So for 2 years, CI would be 20. So 100 is going to represent 5,000 because this line represents principal and this is your amount. And the difference between principal and amount is called CI, not SI. This method is not going to plug in SI. This is applicable only in CI. For SI, we have a different formula. SI is equal to P into R into T upon 100. This is only the way to calculate SI. But this method can be plugged in on CI. So 1 unit value again that would be 50 and 50 into 21. You again will get 1050. So answer guys is same 1050. But process is completely changed. The same method we need to plug in installment. The question what we did with detail method by considering the value principal x, we need not to consider the principal x to find out the installment. We can directly plug in what? Successive method. In successive method we have 2 pillars. First column represents for principal, second column represents for amount. And the difference represents for compound interest. So now guys, we have same term, same value, but for that value we have two different terms. If we will see on the behalf of the lender, the term will change. We will see on the behalf of the borrower, the term is gonna change. So we have 5,000. If I given or take 5,000 from someone, if I give 5,000 for someone, for me that 5,000 would be principal. For me that would be principal. And if I take that value just after 2 years on the behalf of compound interest, for rate of interest is 5%, so I will take amount would be, we have already calculated 105. So if you will add, you will get 6050. That would be amount for me. The reason behind it, I am lender. But for the borrower, that value would be loan, and that value would be installment. So installment is nothing but amount for the borrower. So basically the value is same, but we are using two terms. First term on the behalf of lender and second term on the behalf of borrower. So when I will get the amount means what? Principal as well as interest. But if borrower will pay the amount in the form of installment, he will pay some principal as well as interest. That would be installment. So basically due debt. Same thing is called due debt. Yesterday we discussed due debt, but due debt is used in SI concepts. There is no question is going to be asked in CI based on due debts. Till now, all the questions have been asked in all kinds of examinations on the behalf of due debt. These questions have been asked from SI. So yesterday we discussed due debt, but due debt is a concept from SI, not in CI. Go into deeper. Whatever the question that you want to ask, you need to. Quite clear? So now that method we are gonna plug in on installment. So what the installment says, we take 5,000 on the rate of interest. We don't have the principal. We need to find out principal. Question number first. We need to find out the principal, and we have rate of interest is 5%. Rate of interest is 5%. Yes, you need to understand, guys. Please don't write even single. The same one question you need to understand. Rest of the question you yourself is gonna hit. First question means concept you need to understand. So P we need to find out, and rate we have given 5%, and 2 T time is for 2 years. We have already calculated the principal 8,000. The first installment have been paid of rupees 4,200 and the last installment 4,410. We have already discussed this question and we got the answer. That was 8,000. That is your question. Same question. But that same question again we are going to be discussed on the behalf of successive method to reduce our time. So in successive method, what we have learned in this question, that was. So the same question we can discuss with successive. In successive method, the first column represents for principal, second column represents amount, and the same amount is called installment. Over here we have learned what amount is called installment. If amount is called installment, that means in case of installment, this method can be plug in. Installment is equal to amount. So this method can be plug in installments type. So now we are going to plug in that method. Getting or not? We have this question. Rate of interest is 5%. That means 1/20. And we know in successive, how we apply successive method. We take first year, the principal is 20 and this value represents for interest. So interest would be 1 for 1 year. If we have 20 rupees, it will become 21 on the behalf of 5% rate of interest. That would be your compound interest, not simple. But simple or compound is same for first year. That's the reason. Indirectly, we can say that would be simple interest as well. But for the second year, we again put 20. And over here again we will put 21. We multiply for the second year. Why? No answer. This is a method, this is a way. If you want to reduce your time, you need to plug in. A very simple thing. If you say, no, I want to answer the why, go for the detailed method. No classes. So over here you will get 400 will become 441 for second year. Now the question says for first year, the borrower gives 4,200 for first year. He paid 4,200 as an installment, and this column is gonna represent for installment because we are observing this method on the behalf of borrower. So for borrower, that column will represent for installment. So question says borrower gives 4,200 as a first installment, but we have first installment 21. This is the installment principal as well as interest. So 4,200 is gonna represent 21 unit is gonna represent 4,200. So that would be 200. 1 unit to 200 and 20 unit would be 4,000. That means if the borrower have given 4,200, in this 4,200 he have discharged his principal 4,000 and 200 as a interest. So in first installment, the principal that we have given or repaid is 4,000. In first installment, he have repaid his principal 4,000. In second installment, this is second installment. In third installment, the multiplication of these three values, that would be third installment. In second installment, he paid 4,410. And this unit 441, that will represent 4,410. 1 unit value would be 10. So again 20 unit value, 400 value would be 4,000. So when the borrower gives me 4,410, in this 4,410, 4,000 is your principal, rest is your interest. So in first installment he repaid 4,000 principal. In second installment he again repaid 4,000 principal. So the total principal would be. So this is basically nothing but the short method to decode the installment question. In this method we can reduce our time, or we need not to consider any arbitrary value, that is x. Now guys, quite clear? So this is a method to decode installment questions. in an easy manner. But you know all well, guys, in competition your answer matters, your ways doesn't matter. But in academic there is a difference. Your methods matter, what methods you have plugged in. But over here our answer matters. The reason behind it, MCQs questions. None is going to be check your copies or your answer keys. Which formula you have plugged in, none is going to be checked. That's the reason we can use any formula, but our time should be reduced. Got it? Now we will check the variation installment. So some variations question we will discuss. Now the variation would be all the installments are equal. This is the variation. First installment is 21. Second installment is 441. Now the question may say all the installments are equal. So we need to make the installment equal. In third type, question may say the first installment is 1/3 of the third and first installment is half of the second. So now there were the variation over here. So we will discuss on variation. Let's do one more question. Guys, this question hit by yourself. Take your time. Which formula you are going to apply? Method? Successive. In successive, if we have 2 years, multiply for 2 years, 3 years, multiply for 3 years. Plug in that formula and get the answer. Very nice. Rest of the student will discuss. Yes, answer. Let's answer. Same funda you need to plug in. Rate of interest is 10%. So what would be the fraction? 1/10. That means in first year the principal will become 11. We have been given 2 year or 3 year? 2 year. So again rupees 10 will become 11. But for 2 year we need to multiply 100. That means 1 to 1. So for first year installment is 11 units. Second year installment is, that's it. But first year installment we have been given 2200. So 11 unit is gonna represent 2200. So 1 unit value would be 100. So that 10 unit value would be 1000 rupees. I'm sorry, 200. So that value would be 200 and that 10 unit is gonna represent 2000. So basically when the borrower paid 2200, in this 2200 the principal is 2000. And next installment he paid 605. So that value is gonna represent 605. So 1 unit value would be 5. So that 100 unit value would be 5000. So basically when the borrower paid 6050, in this 6050 the 5000 he paid principal. So total principal he paid 7000. But we haven't been asked what? Principal. We have been asked how much more he paid in 2 years. So more means CI he. So CI we have paid, the total value was 7000 and over here the total value is 8250 and we paid 7000. So 1050 extra payment. 1250. So that was extra, more. Quite clear? The second question you need to hit by yourself. Take your time. Do by yourself. Any answer for 3 questions? Srishti, answer. Francie, answer for 3 questions. Again, still doing. Amazing calculation that I am feeling. गुणा भाग करने में दिक्कत है, पुराने पाप इतने हो गए, इसका जवाब नहीं. छोटी छोटी कैलकुलेशन नहीं हो पा रही. चेक करिए. Kishan borrowed some money at 20% per annum compound interest. He paid 600 for first year and 1080 for second year and 2160 for the third year. How much interest he paid in 3 years? So 20% means 1 by 5 for first year. That amount will become 5 to 6. For second year 25 to 36. For third year 125 to 216. For 2 year you need to multiply 2 times. For 3 year you need to multiply 3 times. And these value represent for installment and this value represent for principal. So 6 unit is gonna represent 600. 36 unit is gonna represent 1080 and 216 is going to represent 2160. That's it. So for first 1 unit value would be 100. That means 500 is the principal for first year. Second year that value would be 3 times. So that would be 750. And this value would be 10, so that value would be. So we have been asked how much interest he paid in 3 years. Interest we have been asked. So interest means 1 unit value would be 1 and 91. That means 91 unit of 1 unit 10. So 91 unit would be 910. So over here he paid 910 as a interest. Over here 11 and 1 unit is 3 and 11 unit would be 330. What it or not? 330 would be CI and over here 1 and 1 unit means 100. So 100 would be more. So the total value would be 0, 4, 3. Definitely. We can. You need to add these value. You need to add these value, and difference you can take, or elsewhere you can do this. 91 beta, 91 is what? The difference between these two values. And 91 unit, and 1 unit value is 10. So 91 unit would be 910. So basically in third year, he paid 910 as a interest. And in first year, he paid 11 as an interest. So 1 unit is going to represent 30. So 11 unit would be 330. So in second year, the interest is 330. In first year, the interest is 1. 1 unit is going to represent 100. So total interest we have been asked. Quite clear? Next. Take your time. Nice. Got it? Answer. Sure. Guys, you all guys got the answer 7,000. Clear? Shall I need to move ahead? Okay. Let's move on type B of type 2 of installment. Rest of the question you yourself will hit the same questions. A little bit variation you will get. Oh, basically there is no types. Okay. Question number 5 you need to hit by yourself, guys. I myself will get all the question discussed. Do this one. There is no type basically. Total 11 questions are given. So I myself will get discuss all the 11 questions. Take your time, at least 1 minute. $75. Very nice. Join the evening batch as well. You will get the practice, proper practice. So very higher possibility you will get at least 10 questions easily you can hit. And 8 to 9 questions are more than enough in CAT. So whoever the student want to join for the practice class, they can join. It's the magic of practice only, guys. Second times you are attempting. Rest of the student guys got the answer or not? Yes. Answer. Yanshi. Sasti beta answer. Nukta. Gauri. Nandini. Laksh. These are our rock. Okay. You are free to use the calculator. You will get the calculator in CAT examination, so no issue. Guys, let's do how to take the approach. So basically the question says, Satish purchased a refrigerator at this condition that he will pay 1620 at the time of buying. So basically whatever the amount we paid at the time of buying, this amount is called cash down payment. At the time of buying and at the end of first year, second year and third year he will pay 2178, 2299, 2662. If rate of interest is 10%, find the cash price of refrigerator. So we have been given rate of interest 10%. So 10% means what, guys? 1 upon 10. So that means 1 upon 10 means 10% means 1 upon 10. So for first year 10 will become 11. For second year 100 will become 121. For third year 1000 will become 1331. These are your installment, and first installment that he has paid is 2178. So guys, first installment is 2178. So that would be 2178. That value would be 198. In 198, if 1 unit value is 198, so amount principal would be 1980. So if customer paid 2178, in this 2178, the principal is 1980. And the second installment is 2299. So that value would be 19. So if in second installment customer paid 2299, in this 2299 the principal would be 1900. 1 unit cost is 19, so 100 unit cost would be 1900. But and third installment is 2662, and that means 2 unit. So 1 unit value is 2 rupees. So 1000 unit would be 2000. So that means if customer paid 2662, in this 2622 the principal would be 2000. So the total principal is 0, 17 carry 1, and that would be 11 carry 1 and 3. Got it? Or something else? I think something else. Addition is correct. 0, 0 and 0. That value would be 2000. So you will get 0, 0, 7 carry 1. So 10 and 12 and 13. $5,000 and okay. 5,800. 5,080. 880. This is these values. And at the time of buying, I have paid 1620. 1620 is also my principal. So total value would be 7,500. So the refrigerator real cost is 7,500. Got it? Let's move on the next one. Take your time. Try to hit this question. All get the answer, guys. You all got the answer. $6,200. So let's move on the next one. If you have any doubt in individual class, you can ask. This question also you need to hit 770. Very nice. Guys, take your time. The question says half yearly. So over here the installment which we need to pay are half yearly. So when we need to pay half yearly installment, the question will get changed. Till the question number 6, if you will read carefully, till the question number 6, question says the installment which we need to pay is yearly. But in question number 7, we need not to pay yearly installment, we need to pay half yearly installment. Means just after 6 months we need to pay the installment. So what is going to be changed, guys? What is going to change over here? The basic changes would be in rate. So rate 4%, 8% is per annum for 12 months. So for 12 months rate is 8%. For 6 month rate would be 4%, just half. Now you can plug in. So 4% means what? 1 by 20. So that means 1 by 25. If 25 is my principal, it will become 26 after 1 year. And just after 26 year, 22 year, it will become 625 to 676. Got it? So we have to pay the certain loan was written in 2 equal half yearly. So that means 2 equal half yearly. For first year, each installment, guys, each installment, all the installment are equal. So that means 7,660 each installment. So over here, first we need to make the installment equal. To make the installment equal, we need to multiply 26 here. We need to multiply 26 here now. So all the installment are equal. And this equal installment value is given 6,760 rupees. So 1 unit cost would be 10. 1 unit cost would be 10 rupees. So that means we have been asked, guys, loan, total loan, interest. So interest would be for first year. That calculation, guys, if you will do 650. In this 650 and 76, 676. The difference is 26 is our interest, and over here 51. So total interest would be 77. 1 unit cost 10. So total interest we need to pay 770 rupees. We were asked basically how much extra payment we have to give. 770. So if we have given yearly installment, so what will change? The rate of interest will change. And if we have given the condition all the installments are equal, make them equal first. Got it? Do the next question. Very nice. If you got the answer. Take your time, guys. Annual equal, guys. Annual installment, but all the installment are equal. So first you need to make the installment equal. But over here installment are paid on a yearly basis. You need not to change in rate. Rate would be same. There is no fluctuation in rate. Take your time. You didn't get the answer? Why? Arey? Yes, you get the answer. That's it. Very strange. Really very strange, I will say. Yes, get the answer, and you guys saying that I didn't get the answer. Okay, okay, let's. A sum of rupees 4,620 is to be paid back into equal annual installment. How much is each installment if the rate is compounded annually 10%? So 10% means, guys, 10% means what? On the next slide we will discuss. 10% means 1 by 10. So first year if principal is 10, it will become, and next year will become, but all the installments are equal, and we have to pay this amount in two equal installment. So we need not to go for the three. We need to multiply by 11 here. We need to multiply 11 here. So all the installment are 21 unit. So we made the installment equal, and now this is principal and this is also principal. So first principal in first year principal is 110, and second year principal is, total principal is 210, and principal we have been given. The principal we have been given 4,620. So that would be 4,620. So 1 unit value would be 22. And we have been asked, guys, what we have been asked? If the rate is compounded annually rate of interest, how much is each installment? Each installment cost. So each installment is 121 unit. So 121 unit, we need to multiply 121. So 22 carry 2, 22 into 4, 44 plus 2, 46, carry 4, 22 plus 4, 26, 2,662. That would be your answer. Clear? Both of you. Clear? Next, guys. Next question. Very nice. Rest of the student will try to hit. Hey, you girls are very strange. Yes is also doing amazingly. Bhai. Somewhere I think you get stuck in concepts basically. Once you get this concept, you become blunt. Common. Guys, let's take a look. The question says a loan is to be written in two equal yearly installment. So installment are yearly. We need not to change in rate. If the rate of interest is 10% per annum compounded annually and each installment is 5,808, then 60% of total interest. So first we need to find out the interest, then 60% of that interest would be. So 10%. Rate of interest is 10%. So 10% means 1 by 10. For first year, that amount will be 10 to 11, again 100 to 121. We have only 2 year, 2 year, 3 year, 2 year, two equal installment, and each installment is equal. So first we need to make it equal. Just make it equal. We need to multiply by 11. Over here 11. So that is 21. 21 is unit is gonna represent 5,000, guys, 5,808. So that value would be 5,808. 1 unit cost would be 40. 1 unit cost 48. Okay, 48. And over here the principal is, sorry, over here the simple interest, so SI, CI, over here CI is 120, sorry, 21, and over here 11, I think. Array 11, 110 and 121, 11. So total is 2 and 3. So 1 unit cost is 48, and this unit cost would be, how much value you will get? 1536. Now 60% of this value. So 60% means 3 by 5 of that value. Directly you will get the answer. 3 into 8, 6, 18, carry 1, 9, 0, carry 1, 15, carry 1, 4, you need to multiply by, divide by 8, 5, 9 times, 1, 2, 1, 6. Or it can be said 9,222. 922 basically. Approx value. We have been asked nearest value. Quite clear? Got it? Next question, let's do. Take your time. Yeah. That value is correct, I think, because the rate of interest is too high. Take your time, at least 1 minute. Let me check the. Why? The same thing. The same thing I'm observing. A little bit change, I think. Question is correct. Just try. Raman borrowed rupees 1500 from a bank and repaid the entire amount with a rate of interest to equal annual installment. The rate of interest is 60%, 40. So 40% means 2 by 5. That means if rupees I have taken 5, it will become 7 just after 1 year. And this money will become 25 to 49 just after 2 years. And the condition says all the installment, both the installment are equal. If we need to make it equal, just need to multiply by 7. Year also 7. So the principal, that is principal, first principal would be 35, that would be 25. Overall principal is 70 or 60. 60. And this 60 unit is gonna represent 1500. So 1 unit cost would be 2 times 3, 5, 25 rupees. And we have been asked what? Each installment paid by. Then what was the value of each installment? So each installment is 49, just need to multiply this value. We have the answer or not? Option. Quite clear. No chance. Easy question. You guys were saying that we are not getting the answer. That's why I was little bit confused that the value are correct or not. Easy question, I think, or too much is. No variation. The next or last question of the. Very nice. This is the last question of the installment. Okay. So we have completed installment completely. Any student, if still have any doubt, they can ask their doubt in a doubt session. All the best. Be happy and keep smiling.